Hey guys, Sam Brenner here. Today I have some tips for how to average around 30 seconds with CFOP if you're using CFOP. This is aimed at people who average above 39 seconds, so maybe you're averaging 40 seconds, 50 seconds, a minute. These are just some tricks to help you get down to 30 seconds or start to progress down. The first thing we're going to want to look at is what type of cube you have. You could be using a Rubik's brand right now and get 50 seconds. I can average better than that with my Rubik's, but that's because I've had it for years and I've broken it in. So depending on how much you've broken in your Rubik's Cube or how much you've lubricated it, you could be averaging 40, 50 seconds. So start looking at what kind of cube you have. This is a Fancy Schwung Ren. It's pretty fast. It's a little uncontrollable at times, but it still gets me my best time. It recently just got me a sub 20, 19.97 seconds. So really start to look at the type of cube you're using. One of the other things you're going to look at is, are you using 2-look or are you using 1-look? I mean, 2-look can be slow, really, it can. One thing you might want to do is get faster at 2-look if you want to stick with 2-look and don't want to learn too many algorithms. You just try to become faster. The other thing is, trying to learn 1-look. It's really fast rather than doing something really slow. So, with this case, hold on. This is called the T-perm. Usually what you would do for this case is put the headlights in the back, do an A-perm, and then solve the corners. I mean, solve corners first, then the edges, if I screwed that up. But with 1-look, you recognize one of the 21 cases, I think, and do one algorithm to fix it. They're, like I said, 21, and if you started to learn 2-look, you should know maybe 7 of them, 10 maybe. But most of them are relatively simple and have patterns from other algorithms, and some of them can give you some algorithms for orientation. So with PLL, you should try and learn 1-look PLL. It comes really helpful. With OLL, you can still use 2-look. I still use 2-look and average around 30, 32 seconds. So, it's just your preference. If you want to stick with 2-look, try and be a little bit faster with it. You can probably get you can try and get better times. Now, if you do want to learn 1-look, look at what algorithms you're using. Some could involve really hard B moves and then all these D moves and then switching back to L's, lots of left-handed algorithms. See which algorithm works the best for you. You don't want to use an easy algorithm that is, or maybe a short algorithm that's really lefty and you're righty. It involves a lot of L's and maybe B's, when you could just learn some other algorithm instead. Or maybe an algorithm that contains triggers over and over and over again. It's really your personal preference of what you want to do. So yeah, just take a look at what algorithms you're using as well. Next thing you're going to want to look at, your transitions between phases. You do your cross. Well, how fast, how do you do it? Do you do it well? How do you then transition to F2L? Do you take a 5-second pause? Or what do you do? So, in solving cross, green, orange, red, orange, blue. It should be, mess that up, whatever. It should be taking you less than 7 moves. Look at your transitions between your cross and your F2L, and then transition between F2L and OLL. How are you doing on those? It's just stuff that you've got to realize. Your transitions between everything, kind of, and everything transition. How fast are you recognizing things? How fast are you performing phases? Stuff like that. The last thing goes along with that, speed. What's your speed? What's your turns per second, minute, or whatever? How are you doing with turning? How are you using your finger tricks? Are you still doing are you doing wrist turns? Are you gripping the cube lightly and using your fingers and doing that? You get to decide what you want to do, but I'm just providing tips to help you. overall. And finger tricks make yourselves not look more cool, because, finger tricks look cool, in my opinion, but they also help you get faster. Which looks faster, doing this, or which is faster, I'm sorry. They can both look fast to people who don't really know what fast is. Or does this look fast? I mean, it really is up to you altogether. You decide if you want to use finger tricks, what type of cube you're using. These are just tips from me to you. I think they're really useful, and they can help a lot in your cubing experience. So just a brief overview. What kind of cube are you using? Are you using a crappy cube, or are you using a good quality cube? Are you using 2-look or 1-look? If you don't want to do 1-look, are you fast at 2-look? That's something you have to decide. Your algorithms for 1-look or 2-look, are they hard? Do they involve a lot of moves you're not comfortable with? Do what's comfortable for you, even if it's long. Transitions. How are you transitioning? How are your phases? How are you doing with them? Do you know them as well as you can? And, speed and finger tricks. How many turns are you doing per second? All this is really up to you. These are just my tips to you. You don't have to utilize them, but I think it would be wise to. So, thanks for watching this kind of tip tutorial thing.